Yeah. Well, one thing that I have to mention is the chemistry needs to be there before anything, before skill, and even I would say even before our physical condition. Like we
Mm-hmm.
really just have to have the time to spend in the gym with, I mean, as a national team, to build on from one core. And so I
Mm-hmm.
think no matter who it is on the other side of the court, if we connect as a team and as teammates on the same side of the court, then it's really not, it's the game has already been chosen. The winner has already been determined, because you
Mm-hmm.
can't put a bunch of great athletes on one side of the court and expect them to win. The team that has
Mm-hmm.
practiced, are used to each other, knows each other's tendencies, weaknesses, and strengths, they're the ones that might prevail, because that's not how sports work. So another thing that I'm really looking forward to is getting in the gym and having maybe a training camp with the national team, with everyone healthy, and with Coach Jorge and Coach
Mm-hmm.
Oji. It'll be great.
Yeah. You mentioned the national team, and a lot of people watched you guys perform, and it wasn't really the best of showing for both squads. But then it's a great like stepping stone for future success because you guys, there's like the young team and the Rubisco, and then you guys were Choco Mucho, and you guys, as you mentioned, you guys didn't get to spend a lot of time together. You guys barely practiced. I mean, you went straight from Hawaii to Thailand already. So in terms of how was that for you, the change, because you've never got to play with these players. And I think you mentioned in an interview recently that you just told Dina Wong how you like your sets because you've never got to play with them. And it's
Yeah.
hard to develop chemistry on the fly. So how did you do that?
Um. Pretty much, I just like I tried the first game that I went. I was in Thailand. I just got let out of isolation, and it was hilarious. Like I was literally meeting them on the court while we were warming up for the game.
Yeah.
And I was like, "What's your name again?" And
Yeah.
so it was funny, and I was just like, "Hey, look, I'm gonna do my best to adjust to your sets. Just make sure that you make me reach, because I can get over blocks, or I can hit through seams if you just put me closer to the net and a little higher than what you would set for 10,
Yeah.
or 15, or someone like that's smaller than me. It's just
Yeah.
we have different styles, and so one thing with Dina, and I liked the way Dina was responding to me, is she was like, after every set, she would say, "How was that?" Even if I scored,
Mm-hmm.
she wanted that feedback, and I love that in a setter. Is
Mm-hmm.
she was really, the whole time we were at practice, even during the games, it felt like we were practicing to connect with each other. So really appreciated that on that part.
Yeah, that's great that you guys developed chemistry right away because not a lot of players could actually do that, especially in the setter and spiker. Because yeah, there, as you mentioned, the spikers have different preferences in order how the setter puts the ball and sets it to you with the plays. But then, how about for your chemistry with the other players and the system of the coach? Because of course, there's a new system with the new coach compared to the previous national team, and I think you didn't even get to play in the Sea Games before, so it's really a new look for you. So how was that in terms of the progress of you adjusting with them? Because yeah, there were a lot of games, so maybe the chemistry already improved for the following tournaments because you said that already you're gonna commit to the national team long term.
Yeah. Um. Well, in terms of system, not a lot has changed. What Coach G really wanted to focus on was that we play our game and communicate on the court, because really there was nothing you can talk about. Like there's no runs
Mm-hmm.
that were going to be played run, or blocking schemes, because we had never played these teams nor scouted them. So
Mm-hmm.
really during this tournament, it was just to kind of get our feet wet. And it was a really good idea for us to go to this tournament, just to experiment on where we stand and how, like, where do we even start. And so I think we got a really clear picture. And as for on the team with my teammates and adjusting to them, I really only have to connect well with the setter and the libero. And I told you how Dina went. She was really back driven and
Mm-hmm.
really great to make the changes. And then Don is my libero in F2. So I felt really
Mm-hmm.
confident to be part of all, and know Don's gonna have my back. So, but on the outsides with the hitters in the middle, I kind of approached them all the same. I said, just swing hard. We gotta play hard, and we get each other's back. You can trust me. So that's honestly how we played every game. Like there was nothing complicated about it, nothing complex, no system really. It was just try to have fun, enjoy, and let's get better.